everyone, and welcome to our first episode of our YouTube Compassion Connect. This is a new something we're trying to keep people informed about the work that we're doing, the animals that we get to help, and to let you get an understanding of what day-to-day life is like at Compassion Without Borders. I'm Christi. I'm one of the co-founders.
And I'm Moncho, and I'm also one of the co-founders of Compassion Without Borders.
Yeah. And most importantly, this is Fern, and she's our co-host, and we're going to tell you about her in a little bit. So, like always, it's been a busy past month, and we were just kind of walk you through what it's like, what we've done, who we've been able to help. Yeah. And the month started off by doing our Valentine's Day rescue, where we are able to prove that love saves lives.
Yeah, is our Love Saves Life campaign.
So we drove down to Mexico, and what happened as soon as we crossed the border?
Yeah, as soon as we crossed the border, it's always interesting with the customs, so I have to cross all the donations that we bring down. We pass the border, and I get a call that is a dog, mama dog with, I think, we're 7 puppies. Mm-hmm. And they were darling. I love the mom. The mom is the nicest dog ever. And then we pick up all the mom and her little beautiful cargo, and we drove back to the clinic where we just bring her in.
A whirlwind. So when we're down there, one thing that we do is we look at all the dogs. We have a pre-made list that we've filled out. Dogs are ready to go. I do a final exam, check out the dogs, make any behavioral notes. It's always really fun because we get to hang out with the dogs.
Yeah, they're crazy wild pack, all of them. Yeah,
wonderful. Our team loves to tell us about them. We love to meet them. Then we had some Valentine's Day fun.
We did kind of a little shenanigans for Valentine's, just because we love them so much. They got a kissing booth playing with some Valentine presents, and all the team was able to tell us why they picked a particular guy for each dog. That was just kind of really nice.
And then we also have an exciting thing down at our new facility, Home for Hope, where we're building an intern apartment, which is exciting because it's going to enable us to bring folks from all over Latin America, train them on best practices, and really make a big impact, a larger impact than we could on our own, by giving people the resources they need to make a difference where they are.
Yeah, and so the apartment construction is starting actually this week. So it's pretty exciting. So we are breaking ground on finishing the apartment.
Yeah, it's really exciting.
It's just really excited, and it's not going to be a nice space.
It is. And then we load up at the crack of dawn, or actually before the crack of dawn, load up all the dogs. That's always a little crazy. Then we make the trip north to the border. We cross at customs. That's always a big paperwork, all the ins and outs of getting dogs across an international border. And then we continue heading north. We had a
we do a couple speed breaks and water breaks and stops, and then we just keep driving for the first day is a long day. We start like around 4 in the morning. We get out of bed, and then we just end up around midnight, a little later, around Central Valleys, where we kind of lose steam.
We have our Coalinga rest stop.
The Coalinga rest stop is great accommodations. You have a clean bathroom and not many trailers, so it's good. So we have a good time in there.
We after doing a final pit stop with the dogs, we actually sleep in the van with the dogs for a few hours, which a lot of people don't know, and which I'm a big fan of. But Moncho,
well, I'm getting older, and my back starts complaining about 5 in the morning again. But I'm just like a little stiff, but
we might need another thermarest or something.
I might need a thicker pad.
Then after, I don't know what it is, after about 36 hours of travel, some total from loading and everything, we arrive with our beautiful cargo. Like this sweet girl Fern, who we're going to tell you about now. You want to tell them about Fern?
Oh, Fern, it is a love dog. She is the nicest dog we can ever met. She, unfortunately, we got a call to the clinic that this dog was they found it outside some house, and she was covered in blood and not moving. So she was severely attacked by other dogs, and she surprisingly make it. Because she had a pretty bad wound on the neck, really close to the jugular. And all the top of her head is kind of gone,
the skin was torn.
The skin's torn, and she got bites all over the place. But she is the cutest dog. She's our current
She's our
foster.
current foster, so
Yeah.
she's getting a lot of TLC. She gets daily wound care. The wound is now probably a fifth of what, 20% of the size it was when it first formed. And even though she's acting pretty serious right now,
Oh, she's crazy.
actually a goofy, silly girl.
No.
She's just maybe a little camera shy.
Well, I think she just
not really.
want to show how good she does the pot
she
trick.
does. This is
Yeah,
good.
yeah. She does really good with the pot trick. Yeah.
So Fern was one dog that came in, and then we had so many cute dogs, but we had this other situation where in front of our clinic there was a person that pulled up, opened their car doors, and released about 15 dogs just loose in the street.
And our clinic is in a big avenue, so it was a poor choice of this person because she could knock the door and we can work with them to take the dogs, and she just decided to let them loose in front of the clinic. So the staff had to run outside, try to capture the dogs. We couldn't capture all of them. We captured the majority, but there were a couple, like a 2 or 3, that we keep looking for weeks after to try to find them, and we couldn't able to locate those 3 dogs that they never were able to get trapped. And we bring a bunch of them in this Valentine's rescue. They were kind of quite a few of the boot kissers in the campaign, like
the
kissing booth,
in the booth.
Sorry, not the booty kissers, but the boot kissers.
Boot kissers.
Yeah. But sorry, the Spanish in my English is great.
Yeah, so that was a really troublesome situation. Fortunately, we got most of the dogs, and we were able to bring those dogs up here. I think some have already been adopted. I think was your girlfriend one?
Oh, my girlfriend was adopted. Yeah.
Those dogs.
Yeah, she was one of them.
A very favorite.
Oh, she was lovely.
So we're really happy that those dogs who had such a traumatic experience are now safe, and again, many of them already in home. And then another special dog, there's so many special dogs, everybody knows they're all my favorite, but one that is really my favorite is Maple Donut. She's sensitive, she's beautiful. She getting off the van, sometimes that can be an overwhelming moment, even though it's a good moment for the dogs. It can be kind of overwhelming.
Yeah, if you're a little shy and camera shy,
for 2 days, there's a lot of people that are excited to meet you. So she had a little bit of a tough time getting off the van. We had to reassure her a little bit. But she's thriving here, and she's now making lots of friends, and I like to think that she and I have a very special bond.
And she has a pretty good style. She has this like a little shiny mohawk that is pretty good.
Yeah, it's not
I would say. No. Well, no, but yeah, it is a pretty decent mohawk.
It's a good mohawk. Yeah, she's freaking cute. So just so many beautiful dogs. So all this is what was happening. The beginning of the month, the rescue, the Valentine's Day, Save a Life in the Name of Love.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, back in the U.S., we were having some Valentine's fun here as well from some of our longer-term residents. We were able to do a really fun project with staff and volunteers where they got each dog got a bingo card, and it got stamped when they got something done, like they got to go on a double date or a gourmet meal. They got to get a kiss, just all kinds of fun stuff. And it was a great way to give these dogs some enriching activities and also to highlight them as animals that need homes and
how wonderful they are. Yeah.
So that was fun. We also were busy helping local shelters. We did several rescues from shelters. We're able to bring in animals with medical needs. There was a darling litter of mangy puppies.
Oh, they were cute. They're cute. Yeah. Cute. They're almost ready for adoption. So if you're looking for a cute puppy, they're coming.
And they're in a wonderful foster. They came along with another dog who's one of my favorites, Ringo.
Yeah, Ringo's pretty cute.
Showed up without a hair on his head. Actually, a few tufts of hair on his
Well, he was splotchy and a little crusty.
Really crummy shape, super skinny, covered in sores, really large wound on his front leg. When he first arrived, he was pretty shell-shocked. Yeah. But now he's goofy, and he's growing hair, and he's happy, and he's an absolute delight.
He's gonna be pretty heartthrob.
Yeah,
he's pretty cute.
No, maybe like a ginger.
No, it's just like a ginger. It's like a redhead.
Maybe a little bit longer.
Yeah. It's gonna be good looking.
He turns out. So we were able to help them. That was from the Central Valley. At another closer shelter, we were able to take in a few more dogs from overcrowding and just continue those partnerships as well. We also have just had a big clinic.
Oh yeah, our wellness clinic is always really great to be able to provide access to care to our community. You know, it is difficult for a lot of families to access veterinarian care to an affordable price, and to be also, even just at this stage and age since the pandemic, just getting into a vet is a little more difficult. You know, the demand is too high, and we get these clinics every month, and people start lining up at midnight.
Or even earlier.
Yeah, rain or shine, they are lined up at midnight, and we have pretty much the clinic filled by 6 a.m. And we do around 100 animals, and we love our community, and
Yeah,
you know, we
it's
love those
a
animals.
beautiful community, and it's a great way to keep animals healthy, and in the
Comes
homes
with-
with the families that love them.
Yeah,
So it was a great clinic. It was a busy clinic.
it was busy.
Very, very busy.
And it was unfortunately kind of the first spring after the winter, so it was muggy.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
just a little muggy.
Whatever the weather is, we're committed to access to care on both sides of the border. So that was happening here in the U.S. And then back in Mexico, there's also a ton of access to care work. We're doing a really neat new program with a very remote area called El Golfo. We're going out and picking up animals, bringing them in, sterilizing them. If they have health problems, fixing them up, returning them to the families who love them. If they don't have families, we're bringing them in, finding them homes. So this has been a really, really important program in bringing care where there's literally
There's no veterinarian in town. Is really no service for animals in this little village that is a little north from Puerto Peñasco where we are, and you know, we're really always trying to figure out a way to invite them to get access to the clinic, and now we finally have a program that is doing that, and we're really super excited about it.
Yeah, we are. And I forgot to mention that here, one of our special medical cases, Gloria, got adopted. So Gloria had been living on a chain over 6 years.
Yeah.
Living
With
on a
a
chain for over
horrible
6
hernia.
years. She had a huge hernia, a hole in her muscle on her belly. It was literally the size of a small watermelon, and the dog is only about 15 pounds. She'd been living like that for years. We were able to get her a specialist surgery, get her all fixed up. Wonderful foster home, and she just got adopted.
Yeah.
We're very happy that her life changed.
Yeah, she really
Talk
she
about a resilient dog.
Yeah, and again, her spirit was untouched after that
Yeah.
experience. She at this
Happy.
moment she got out of the chain like
Yeah.
let's go wander. Yeah, so she
Yeah.
is the best little creature.
She is
Yeah.
the best little creature. You know, and so all of this has been happening on both sides of the border. So many wonderful stories of animals that we've been able to help thanks to our supporters and our incredible team, both in Mexico, here in the U.S., volunteers on both sides. And there's never a dull moment, because right now we're gearing up for another big trip.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And we are doing, a trip to Mexico with some team members from the U.S. and some donors to see the new facility. We finally are full force, all operational, all areas in the clinic, which is really exciting.
Bringing some, U.S. team members
Yeah.
to come in, be able
Yeah.
to interact with our Mexico team members, which
yeah.
will be fun. So it's a big trip. We'll be returning with a bunch of dogs.
Yeah,
As always.
As always, yeah.
And the next month will unfold. And I mean, it's what I say, never a dull moment. Like just before we came in to do this, someone showed up with 13 sick cats with upper respiratory.
yeah. And we just,
No resources for care.
Yeah.
So we were able to help them. So it's just a month in the life of Compassion Without Borders. We hope that you enjoyed this. If you did, please like our channel,
subscribe.
subscribe, drop a comment below. Let us
Yeah.
know what other kind of material you might like to see. We're looking forward to documenting the March trip and think that'll be a fun one to let you guys get a really good understanding of what life is like
Yeah.
at Compassion Without Borders.
Yeah, and thank you for tuning in, and see you next month, hopefully, if we got able to make the second video. Yeah.